So what are we doing? Hey B, don't be silly right now.
We
Just be still.
are having one of those days.
Again.
That even your even your finest tequila may not fix.
So Heather's speechless. We're at Camping World. They're going to take a look at our distribution system and see if they can get it fixed. In fact, here they come now. So enjoy this beautiful shimmering flag. Alright, so we've been having sway issues. It's been windy, but that hasn't really been the main contributor. We don't know what's going on with our trailer. So
Just for a few days recently.
Just for a few days recently. Where this has led us now is we're at a Camping World in Dothan, Alabama. So far they've been pretty polite and cordial with us and inviting or staying in their parking lot, and they've given us free electricity and water. So we're really appreciative of that. We are trying to set up a game plan with them right now. Here's what I recommended our game plan to be. We're going to start kind of from scratch. I pulled the weight tickets from our trailer from when we've had it, and I did a couple of calculations with it. Right now, the weight that we are allowed to have is 10,500 pounds. That's the manufacturer's fully loaded carrying capacity of this trailer. Where I think worst case scenario we are at right now is 11,000 pounds. That's carrying home all the stuff from Christmas and holidays and a little bit of the extra things in the tanks, to include some gray water, black water, and fresh water that we had for boondocking. So that might be a little more than what we should have. We'll try to clear that up, but I'm not near a scale right now. So this is worst case. So we're going to plan on this being worst case scenario. Now what that means, our tongue weight. Your tongue weight should be between 10 and 15% of the trailer's overall weight. So that means we're looking at somewhere between 1,050 pounds is the maximum manufacturer suggested. If I'm at 11,000 pounds, we're going to be somewhere at 1,100 pounds. The distribution system that we have on the trailer, and let's start one step further, the shank, the ball, and all this stuff is recommended at 12,000 pounds. Well, that's great, but my manufacturer's receiver hitch, it only goes up to 11,000 pounds with the weight distribution associated with it. So the bottom line here is this is our target area for no exceeding the weight distribution. I want to get the tongue weight down to 1,050 pounds. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take it over to Camping World. They're going to put the trailer on what's called a tongue weight scale, and they're going to measure the weight of the trailer's tongue. They're going to tell me exactly how much weight I have on here, and if I'm at 1,100 or if I'm at, let's say something crazy like 800, which I'm not. I'm betting I'm going to be closer to 1,100. We're going to go ahead and move weight around inside the trailer to figure out the configuration for us to go down the road, so that way we get to that 1,050 pounds. Now, once we have the tongue weight at 1,050 pounds, they're going to install for me what's called a drop shank. Alright, this drop shank here is a product that is necessary because of the Duraburb itself. The shank that came with the Husky weight distribution hitch is about 1.5 to 2 inches too short to give me a level ride across the truck. So we're going to install a drop shank that'll level it out, and then once everything's level on a nice piece of concrete that's level so you can do all your measurements, we're going to reinstall the manufacturer, the Husky weight distribution for centerline hitches. We're going to reinstall their hitch from ground up. So imagine, if you will, here's our truck. Sorry, Mama, it's a Suburban. Here's our Suburban. Look at that, it's nice. It is towing our Goliath here. It's got dual axles. What I'm looking to see right now is that right now, this trailer hitch is nose up. I know this is a bad drawing. It's nose up right now, which means that the front of the trailer is up. We're going to install that drop shank, and that's going to bring it back to level. The next part of that is we're going to make sure we have 10%.
10 to 15.
You can go 10 to 15, but the issue is if I go 15 with this, that means I can go up to 1,500 pounds. The weight the weight distribution only recommends 1,200 pounds. The manufactured install hitch goes up to 1,100 only with weight distribution hitch. So that's why we want to stay in that 10% mark and not go to the 15% mark. You guys might be different. You might have a lot of extra weight to play with. I'm kind of pushing on the max end of our recommended manufacturer installations. What that's going to do is it's going to do a couple things. One, with a level trailer at 10%, it keeps the wind below the trailer line. So when I'm going down the road, it's not up in the air and it's catching wind kind of like a sail and making it a little bit less stable. The next thing it's going to do, it's going to make a bigger contact patch here at both of these tires, so that way I have more tire on the ground at one time. The next thing that's going to do here is it's going to drop this front end a little more, and that's going to give me, again, a bigger contact, which is my steer axle, which gives me better steering as well. So all this should have been accomplished at the time we purchased this, and for the life of me, it was, but for some reason, the last 3 days, it has just gone haywire, and I can't figure out why. The guys here, the service technicians, can't figure out why, and we've gone through everything from tire pressures, and you can go check the videos on this, but we've gone through tire pressures, checking the connection points, making sure everything's working shape. Everything's there, and we haven't done anything crazy like change the weight or distribution of the trailer itself. So this is the game plan. We'll see if it works.
Take 3. Action. Okay, as you guys can tell, we are not at Camping World, and we have not finished this lovely process of fixing the sway. Camping World did not have a tongue scale, so they couldn't actually conclude that it had the proper weight, which we were planning to weigh it before, and we were going to weigh it after to make sure that it fixed everything and to see if it even needed fixing, but they don't have the $100 scale. So we weren't confident in having them do any work because we still would not know if that work was helpful or not. So we are on our way back to the Panhandle.
At a blistering 51 miles per hour.
Yes. Going very slow. There's lots of people passing us. So we're taking our time and going slow just like we did yesterday. We are going to head back to the Panhandle and try to find somewhere that's got a scale. The problem with just taking it to one of those cat scales is that they are always kind of in a hurry. The truckers have to get in and get out, and we need to pull up, weigh the tongue, figure out what it is, figure out how much we need to get rid of or add, and then make those adjustments while on the scale. And you can't really do that at a cat scale. So we're trying to call any RV place that we pass and see if they have any tongue scales, and we'll go from there.
Thanks to the kind people at Coleman America for letting us use their scales, or Covan, C-O-V-A-N. Hey guys, all right, so we're gonna take this onto a scale real quick, and we're gonna try to figure out how we can get 1,000 pounds on the tongue and bounce the trailer, figure out how much our current tongue weight is, and then get the whole trailer. So we're gonna do truck and trailer weight, just the trailer, tongue weight, and then we're gonna try to use whatever we find on the tongue weight to get us down to that magic 10%, no more than 1,000 pounds, 1,100 being our max. Right now, just for record, so you can see we're squatting. We're at, what do you want to call it, 37 and 3/4 for simple math, but a little bit more. The front, just about 39. So we're at 39 in the front, 37 3/4 in the back. We're talking almost about 1.25 inches of sag difference. I think they want you to be about a 1/2 inch difference, is what most manufacturers say. So I'm gonna drop this, we're gonna get it on the scale, we're gonna see what we can get. We got the whole shebang on a scale right now. So that is Suburban, everything loaded up. We are at 19,280 pounds.
You want me to start backing up?
Hang on, let me do it on my awesome camera. 1,020 pounds. That is money. That's exactly what it's supposed to be, so I have no idea what's going on with the weight. So, just to recap, tongue only on the scale, tires off. It means we're looking at 1,020 pounds. All right, here we are. Just the trailer on the scale. Jack down. I know it looks like it's hitched, but it's not. All the weight's off. And Durburb off. 11.8. So therein lies our problem. We got good tongue weight, but we're almost 1,000 pounds overweight. I'll have to do some figuring out. Now I've got 2/3 full on the gray tank, and I've got 2/3 full on the white tank, and the black tank is probably less than 1/3. So we'll do some thinking. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for watching, and if I don't talk to you again, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to comment below, make any recommendations. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, guys.